Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, September 16th. It's time to be smack-a-lack-and strong because it's time for our weekly meeting highlights. This week it is take charge of your schedule. But we always start off with how I did. Last week I had a 4.2 loss, I think. Was it 4.2? I think it was. You think I would remember because it was a really good loss. I think it was 4.2. And so I was hoping to lose 1.2 this week. And I've always had the mindset that when I have a big loss like I had last week, that I'm going to follow it up the following week with a gain. I wanted to change that mindset. Let's see how I did. 2.4. I lost 2.4, so my total loss is 77.8 pounds. I want to get back to that 80 pounds. Well, I want to get to the 100. We know that, but I want to get back to the 80 pounds because I felt a little bit better about myself. I'm just so discouraged. I was so discouraged that I let myself get so far. I was almost to 70 pounds lost. No, I was up at 96.2 pounds at one point, so I want to get back there, and I know I can do that. I really can. I'm hoping that my microphone is working okay. I want it to be outside because I live in Michigan, and soon enough I'm going to be trapped inside again, and I want to get as much time as I can outside. So I'm trying my very best to get out as much as I can, the remaining weeks left of nice weather. But anyway, which is take charge of your schedule. I schedule myself so that I can make sure that I get outside here every single day because I want to make sure that I get as much sunshine as I can get because I love being outside. I just can't stress that enough how much I love being outside. Anyway, enough about that. Let's take charge of your schedule. So much to do, so little time. How do we know that? When I retired, I thought, well, now I got all the time in the world. I can do whatever I want to do. And you know what? I think I got more accomplished when I worked than I did when I retired. And I think the reason was because when I was working, I had to schedule a lot of things. I had to schedule when I was going to go, like if I was going to go to the dry cleaners. Not that I go to the dry cleaners, but, using that as an example. I don't know why that came off the top of my head. I haven't been to the dry cleaners and I couldn't tell the last time I went to the dry cleaners. Because even when I worked, it was business casual, so you didn't have to get all dressed up. Stuff I wore, I could just throw in the washing machine. But I'd have to figure out a day I was going to do the wash, what day I was going to do the shopping, what day I was going to go to the fruit market, when I was going to go to the meat market, and I figured it all in. But now that I'm retired, it just seems like I cram everything into one day, and I think I should schedule it a little bit better. A serious shortage of hours in the day can definitely get in the way of creating and sticking to healthy habits. But studies show that when you're good at managing your time, you're more likely to have better results with your weight loss. I find that to be very true. I think one of the reasons I had such a hard time losing weight when I was working is I just didn't feel I had the time to schedule prepping and things. I mean, I got 2 days off a week. I had plenty of time that I could have done it, but I just never scheduled it. I never made a point of scheduling it. Now that I'm retired, I think that's why I'm doing better with my weight loss, is because I have more time to really focus on making healthy choices. Because when you're working, it was just so much easier just to go to the vending machine. It really was. It was so much easier just to go to the restaurant, carry out, get Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever it was, than pack in a lunch. But now that I'm home, there's really no excuse. I can go to the grocery store. I can take my time. I can pick out the healthy foods. I can pick out exactly what I need to get to keep me on my journey, and prepare the healthy foods. Not to say that I go to fast food restaurants, because I still do, and probably a little bit too much than I should. I had great losses during the pandemic because I wouldn't go and eat out. And as soon as they gave us the all clear signal, so to speak, I started back eating out again. So I don't want to fall into that trap again. This week, open your calendar and look for any holes where you can schedule a few minutes or even an hour dedicated to you and your wellness. To get you started, here are some ideas on how you can spend some of your time. And then they tell you, I like to, when I first get up in the morning, I like to go for a morning walk. This summer has been so stifling hot, and the humidity was so high, and for, and I hate to say a woman my age, but for my age, it was not healthy for me to be out getting overheated. There were things I could have done instead. I could have done YouTube videos in my air-conditioned house. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, like, oh, poor Sandy, she could never get out for her walk, and so that's why. No, there was other alternatives that I just didn't choose. But now that the weather's getting cooler, I prefer walking in the cold, and probably for the same logic, I guess, if it's too hot, I don't think it's too cold. I'll walk in below zero weather. I don't care, because you can wrap up and stuff like that. People don't want to see me walking around naked in a hot day. So I'm looking forward to walking in the winter. I don't walk when it's icy because, as I said, the older you get, your balance is a little bit off. It's strange because every year I get a little bit older, and I notice that my balance is just a little bit, just a twinge off. And that's why I do like to walk, because I do think that it keeps my muscles and stuff in my joints limber, and it helps me to retain some of the balance that I have left. If you're struggling to fit healthy habits into your day, map out your schedule to prioritize your important things on your journey. So they give you an outline of, like, if you get up at 7 a.m. wake up. Okay, cross me off at the 7 a.m. walk up. My name is not Joan from Joan's Point of Plate, who gets up at like 4:45. I was joking with her because I was saying the other day in one of my videos that old people go to bed so early, and she says, well, she goes to bed between 9 and 10, and then she gets up about 5 to exercise. She does work, that's why she gets up so early, and she schedules it to get it in so she knows she can get it in. But so I was teasing her, saying, oh my God, when you get old, you're going to go to bed at 7 o'clock and get up at 1 or 2 in the morning then. She says, I hope not. But anyway, enough about that. I wake up usually about 8:30, maybe 9, depending on what time I go to bed. And I just lay in bed, play games on my phone, check my emails, check my YouTube channel, answer my comments, plan out my quotes for the day, how I'm going to devote my day for that day, because I schedule, in that sense, I do schedule it, that before I get up in the morning, I'm going to figure out what my intentions are for the day. So, and obviously prayer, I always say my prayers in the morning. So then they say get up at 7, wake up at 7:15, eat your breakfast. Okay, I don't eat my breakfast till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not a big breakfast eater. I could consider it a brunch. I eat 2 meals a day usually. I usually eat my breakfast between 1 and 2 and my dinner between 6 and 7. 8:30 start working. I'm retired. I don't need to work. But, ooh, that's a big bee. That's a big one. Anyway, and then at 12 o'clock, eat your lunch. Well, that's about the time I'm planning on eating my breakfast. At 5:30, finish working. 5:30 is about what time I'm starting my dinner. At 7 o'clock, eat your dinner. They fit into my schedule right there. 7:30, clean up. That's not my job. That's Jim's job. I cook, Jim cleans. And then at 9 o'clock, watch TV. 10 o'clock, they're silly. 10 o'clock, go to bed. Oh my goodness. I go to bed about 2 or 3 in the morning. So count that one out for me. But what they're saying is, like, if you get up at 7 o'clock, maybe after you wake up, you can schedule something like I have. I've scheduled what I'm going to do for the day, my quotes for the day, how I plan on living the day. If you have 20 minutes free, like between your lunch, or like when you get off of work before you get home, maybe you could plan something that you're going to do there. Maybe go for a quick little walk. Sometimes, I know you've worked the whole day, but sometimes just a quick little walk will energize you. And then choose an activity that's gonna help you stay on plan. So if you need to take 5 minutes just to track your breakfast, after you've eaten your breakfast, just give yourself 5 minutes. Like, write it in a book, write it on your app, do something like that. Then write down 3 things that you want to get accomplished that day. You might not get them all accomplished, but at least it gives you a plan for the day. That's something you might try to schedule and work it in. If you have 20 minutes, clean out your refrigerator. I do a deep clean once a month. But, you know, during the month I wash it and clean it and everything. But like once a month I pull everything out, pull all the shelves out and everything, just to really clean it, just to get rid of any bacteria, foods that might have spilled over, something like that. You could find a new recipe. You could go online, try to find a recipe. Or you could try some kind of a workout on YouTube or something. Even 20 minutes. It doesn't seem like a lot, but 20 minutes is better than no minutes. You know, the lawnmowers are starting now. And if you have a whole hour, prep for the whole week. Take a yoga class or read a book. I read a book every day. I read more in the summer than in the winter, but because I love being outside, and so I sit outside and read. When I'm in the house, I tend to watch more TV, and I don't read as much. I find that the outside light, at my age now, I know I keep referring to my age, but it's just like it's an aging process. And don't ever say that because you're old you can't lose weight. I proved it. 2.4 after a 4 point something loss last week. So it can be done. It's difficult, but it can be done. But anyway, I find that the light outside is better than a light in the house. So that's why I like reading outside. If you think that there's not enough hours in the day, a serious shortage of time can definitely get in the way of creating and keeping healthy habits. But studies show that when you're good at managing your time, you're more likely to have better results with weight loss. I find that to be so true. That's why mapping out your schedule, whether it's on paper or online, can actually see where you can fit anything into your activities for the day. And consider walking around the soccer field or something. If you have to go to your kids' games, you can walk up and down the soccer line. Walk with them while they're running up and down the thing. At least you're moving, you know. But find a way. There's always a way. Well, there's a will, there's a way. I know they always say that, but really, I truly believe that. If there's a will, there is a way. I will not be trying the recipe this week because they don't have. I don't like pears. I don't like figs. I don't like blue cheese. But I do like chicken. It's a pear and fig salad with chicken and blue cheese. And I don't know if you can see it because of the glare from outside, but I'll try to show it to you. Oh, you might not be able to see it. Let me see. There it goes. But I will put a picture at the end of what it looks like, and I will put the recipe in the description box down below so that you can try it. It is 3 points on green and 2 on blue and purple. It's some chopped shallots, some unseasoned rice vinegar, grated orange zest, orange juice, olive oil, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, escarole, mixed greens, Asian pear, chicken breast, a fig, blue cheese, and unsalted dry roasted hazelnuts. And each serving size is about 2 cups. Oh, like I said, I'm not going to try it, but let me know if you try it and you like it. So 2.4 loss, 77.8 total. Very proud of myself. How'd you guys do? I'm sure we all had great success this week. I'm sure. And if we didn't, it was 1 week. Just get back on track. You know, don't make it another week of being discouraged. Just base the scale and then move on. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm so used to closing out my videos on my daily vlog. I will see you next week at our weekly meeting highlight, if not then, on my daily vlog, which I do post every day. Sorry about the confusion.